You sit quietly. Someone tells you, remain with I am, and immediately a problem appears. You ask, how? I cannot feel that without referring to the body. You look for existence, and all you find is breathing. Pressure in the legs, tightness in the chest, thoughts moving, a center somewhere behind the eyes, then frustration. Good. Now inquiry can begin. The problem is not that awareness is difficult. It is that you expect awareness to appear as an object. Think about your entire life. You have been trained to know things as objects. You know a chair because you can see it. You know your phone because you can hold it. You know emotions because you can feel them. You know thoughts because they appear in language and images. Even when you talk about yourself, you usually refer to objects. My body, my history, my personality, my beliefs, my memories. Human experience is built around objects and reference points. So naturally, when someone says, find awareness, the mind immediately asks, where is it? What does it feel like? Is it in the chest? The head? Behind the eyes? Is it peaceful? Expanded? Silent? Notice what is happening. Mind is trying to convert awareness into another object to perceive, another thing to hold, another experience to collect. But awareness creates a strange problem. Every object you know appears inside experience. Awareness is not appearing as one more object inside experience. It is that by which objects are known. This is why the search feels frustrating. You are using tools built for objects to find what is not functioning like an object. A tree does not ask, how do I be a tree? A river does not ask, am I flowing correctly? Yet humans constantly ask, how do I become what I already am? This is not because you are broken. It is because mind is movement. Mind survives through comparison, projection, memory, becoming. And then one day it asks, how do I stop becoming? See the humor. The movement of becoming now wants to become stillness. See the trap. Mind creates noise. Then mind creates the project of silence. And then struggle begins. I am is not magical. And it is not another method to practice perfectly. Because the moment it becomes another achievement, becoming has quietly returned. What is being pointed to here is much simpler. Before labels, before personality, before spiritual ideas, before the next thought explains who you are. There is the simple fact that you exist, not as a theory, not as a belief, not as an experience you need to create. It is already here before you look. This video is not trying to give you a new belief. It is not trying to teach you how to manufacture awareness. It is only inviting you to notice what has been overlooked because attention became fascinated with objects, thoughts, identities, and experiences. You do not need to create I amness. You do not need to maintain it. You do not need to hold on to it. You only notice when attention has become occupied with everything appearing within experience, and notice what remains present even then. So do not begin this as another journey towards something. Begin as an investigation, not into what you can become, but into what has remained present before every becoming. Let us look together at what has always been here, your simple sense of being. The first mistake. You say, I want to experience awareness. Look carefully. What exactly are you expecting? A light? A sensation? A void? Peace? Expansion? All these are experiences. Experiences come. Experiences go. What knows them? This question is not philosophy. It is practical. Right now, you hear these words. You feel your body. You notice thoughts. Something knows all of this. Start there. Why I am feels difficult. Many teachings say, stay with I am, and you try. Then confusion appears. Because when you search for I am, you immediately find the body, the head, breathing, a location, a center. And then you conclude, I am failing. No, you are discovering something important. Try this honestly. Can you experience existence without any reference point at all? Probably not. Mind uses references. Body becomes reference. Thought becomes reference. Emotion becomes reference. Even the feeling of being an observer becomes reference. So stop fighting references. Use them. The body is not the enemy. Close your eyes. Feel pressure where your body touches the chair. Notice breathing. Notice sounds. Do not reject any of it. Now ask. These sensations are known. What knows them? Do not answer. The moment you answer conceptually, mind has returned to collecting objects. Just remain with the fact that knowing is already happening. Many seekers create a hidden belief. Spirituality means awareness without body. Why? Body is appearing. Awareness of body is appearing. Why create conflict? The body can remain. Inquiry continues, investigating the center. Now look at where you feel you are. Maybe you feel, I am in my head. Good. Investigate. Where exactly? Front? Back? Center? Stay with this. Something strange may happen. At first the location feels obvious, then uncertain, then shifting, then difficult to locate. Do not celebrate. Do not panic. Just continue. The goal is not to destroy the sense of self. The goal is to examine what you assumed without investigation. Returning to awareness. People ask, how do I keep returning? You return the same way you return to hearing a sound after distraction. Not violently, not dramatically. Thought appears, I am doing this wrong. Notice it. Do not continue the conversation. Return. Another thought, this is boring. Notice. Return. Another thought, when will something happen? Notice. Return. Returning is not failure. Returning is the practice. If you return 1,000 times, that is 1,000 moments of seeing. What returning actually feels like. You may expect fireworks. Often it feels ordinary, like releasing tension, like dropping a sentence midway, like relaxing effort, like becoming less interested in mental noise. Sometimes it feels like nothing. Do not underestimate nothing. Mind is addicted to intensity. Awareness is not always intense. The trap of pure awareness. There is another trap. You start chasing. Pure awareness. Pure being. Pure consciousness. Look carefully. Has the mind created another object to possess? Another achievement? Another identity? I am now a person abiding as awareness. This is still becoming. The seeker survived. Only the clothes changed. What happens eventually? You want outcomes. Fair question. Possible changes happen. Not guaranteed, but often. Thoughts continue. Yet grip less tightly. Reactions slow down. Identity softens. The body remains, but feels less like a prison and more like appearance. Sometimes there are moments where experience becomes strangely immediate, simple, uncomplicated, and sometimes the opposite happens. Restlessness, fear, emotions surfacing. Because silence does not only reveal peace, sometimes it reveals what noise was covering. Do not mistake discomfort for failure, the deeper turn. Eventually, even I am itself becomes questionable. At first, I am this person. Then, I am. Then, perhaps, even the feeling of being someone existing is observed. Do not rush here. Premature conclusions create spiritual theories. Stay with direct observation. Right now, stop for a moment. Forget enlightenment. Forget awakening. Forget success. Just notice. Experience is happening. You do not need to create this knowing. You do not maintain it. It was present before this sentence. It is present during this sentence. It remains after this sentence. Do not ask for extraordinary states. Investigate the ordinary fact you have ignored your entire life. You say, I cannot experience I am without body. Good. Start there. The doorway you are resisting may already be the entrance.